So lipsing, what lipsing means, my dear American friends, is making out. Kissing passionately.
Lips. When you're on a lips.
When your lips and your tongue and saliva
Lipsin.
collide, mix and mesh together. That is what we call lipsing.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi guys, and welcome to episode 176 of the Tutors Podcast. I am Nana.
And I'm Ro.
And together we are
Tutors.
Okay, opera.
I don't know where this energy came from because I definitely was not in the mood to record today.
I know, I was like, wait.
I was like, Nana, we need to cancel studio time because I'm not in the mood. But here I am.
Why is my energy more low than yours?
Ah, girl. Yeah.
Hi guys, we're back. Not that we've been anywhere, we're back. We've actually been quite consistent actually.
Yeah, I feel like, when was the last time
Before
we
the
missed
new
an episode?
year.
Maybe like October was the last time we missed an episode.
Probably.
Maybe
I
November.
don't know why, but yeah.
I feel like October, no.
It might have been life stuff.
I feel like since I've been back from New York, we haven't missed an episode.
You're right. We've been consistent. But if we feel like we don't need to, we don't want to, not we don't need to, but if we feel like we don't want to record an episode, that's also fine.
Yeah, that's also fine. Yeah,
That's
I didn't feel
fine.
pressure to tell yesterday that, oh, I'm not in the mood, so I don't want to record. Like, there was no pressure.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Life.
I don't usually PMS, but I'm PMSing.
PMSing. Sometimes, you know, you have moments of like really bad PMS. Sometimes it's all right. And I mean, I've been through it, so I know.
You have been through it.
I've been through, guys, on steroids.
Yeah.
PMDD, premenstrual dysphoric disorder, is fucking PMS on steroids.
Yeah.
And one day I will talk about it.
Yeah.
Today's not the day, but one day I will talk about it. But apart from that, you just sigh. That sigh, yeah. It's like
This week has been a rubbish week. It
Yeah.
has been a rubbish week. You know, it's just been a rubbish week, guys. Like, I just haven't been in the mood. At first I was thinking, why am I so low? And I feel like my low felt extremely low because I've been on such a high. So it
for
just
months as well. For like a long time actually.
For quite a long time. So it was like polar opposites. And yeah, but I'm gonna come out tonight actually.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna come out tonight.
Oh yeah. There's no,
I was even having
pressure.
period pains as well.
Yeah, your thing
And I
has
don't usually have
completely
period
changed
pains.
because you told me about the period pains last month, and that was new. What's
I
going
don't know
on?
what's going on with my body, but
What's
now
going
I'm
on?
getting period pains. Now my period is heavier than usual.
Oh.
Now I'm PMSing.
Oh.
And I'm now actually experiencing a period for being a period. And do you know what? I started thinking about yesterday because I took, God bless my personal trainer, Lloyd. Yeah, he's amazing because he checked up on me. He was like, "Are you okay? So how's your mental health?" Da, da, da.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, not very good." And I'm also not going to the gym today because I've got period pains. He was like, "You don't need to force it." And I thought about it and I said, "Do you know what? It could be because I'm healthier now, so my body is more regulated."
Yeah, but if you're healthy, usually you don't really get that much
You don't get pains.
I feel like if these things that you cut out of your diet, it can make your pain less. So for it to be going the other way when you're being healthy, I don't
You're not
know.
eating too many eggs. I had 4 eggs this morning.
Maybe.
Eddie's proud of me, boy.
I'm not Eddie.
Yep, like Uncle Eddie.
Uncle Eddie, our Ghanaian uncle. I'm just gonna say that he's actually ridiculous. I love him, but he's absolutely ridiculous. How can you throw
Shit.
Brussels sprouts into like various different things? Fruit, Brussels sprouts. What else does he put in there? Sweet corn. He just mixes
You know
everything.
He's speaking at a health convention soon.
But he's not. Does he know anything about nutrition?
He said he knows. Uncle said he knows.
He knows
One thing
about nutrition.
I agree with him when it comes to egg.
Yeah, no, that's the one
But
thing I do agree on.
The rest of it,
the
I
egg.
just don't know what's happening.
The
But
egg.
if it works, if he likes it, I
Yeah,
love
we
it.
love
And I
it.
do enjoy watching his videos.
It's funny. It's fucking hilarious. But back to the period pains. Yeah, like this is my life. I've lived this life since I was 12.
Yeah.
Painful periods, heavy periods, and it's shit. It's shit. It's debilitating. You can't do nothing.
This is why I wore sunglasses. Because if my
you-
period pains continue, I'm going to spare my contact lenses and my glasses.
There is like literally nothing that you can do about it. And the world doesn't talk about periods enough, unfortunately, but it's horrific. Like it's like contractions but less. Do you know what I mean? It's like contractions but less. Obviously I haven't had contractions, but
It is like contractions, but
yeah, that's what
can
some people
confirm.
have told. Yeah. Right, you've had both. And it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm on the pill, so I don't get my periods anymore.
Does it not come at all?
No.
Swear down.
I had to because I was fighting for my life. It made me anemic because I was bleeding so heavily. I couldn't go to work. just wasn't. I mean, it just wasn't good.
Do you know what is crazy? I love that we talk about periods because I definitely feel like a lot of masc presenting women pretend that they don't have periods, or they don't like to speak about it necessarily. And like we've spoken about it time ago before, when I was coming into my masc presenting era, my mum was like, when I bought tampons one day, she asked me, "Oh, you still have a period?" So no, yeah, I'm not do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm still I haven't taken any hormones, so I don't get my period. I haven't taken pills or anything like that. So she was just like, "Oh, I thought you didn't get your period anymore." I was thinking, girl,
Like, where did that come from?
but you know that just could be because you don't really see masc presenting lesbians
I guess
talking
we're
about
not
periods.
we're not the face of like, you know, the menstrual cycle and all of those things. And that's so interesting because we should be able to talk about it openly.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I like used to dress like tomboyish. The first times I used to dress tomboyish and I used to go and buy like tampons and pads. I used to feel a bit awkward.
Same.
I used to feel a bit awkward, and there's no reason to feel awkward.
And nobody's even watching
No
you.
one cares.
Nobody's even
bruv.
watching you.
No one gives a shit. It's just all in your fucking head. It's all in your mind. And now I don't care. Sometimes I won't even take bag. I'll just walk with it in my hand because
Bags
I
are
believe-
5p now. Like, if
Yeah.
that's all I'm buying, why should I spend 5p?
because he lives, babe.
Yeah,
Because he
babe.
lives. Yeah, I think that we should be talking.
Even when I
about
go
period
raving,
people.
I always have, whether I'm my period or not, I always have a tampon in my bag.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I always have a tampon because you never know. Somebody might just be like, I've got a tampon.
Right,
I've
right,
got a tampon.
right.
And when I used to get searched by security, I'd go and buy pictures or something, and they searched my bag security. I used to kind of hold my tampon there so they don't
I'm
see it
done.
too tough. But you know,
Yeah, no, it's we should be able to talk about it a bit more, especially like what it comes with, like the pain and, you know, even the mood swings and stuff like that. You know, I think I think that sometimes, like, even being in relationships, and you're the one like on your period as a masc person, it's like there's no room for you to be like, there's no room for you. Where's my comfort?
if you had like a just a sexual relationship with a woman, would you feel comfortable telling them you're on your period? Oh, I'm on my period.
Absolutely. We're having
Yeah.
sex. If I can't have sex with them, what am I going to tell them? Do you know what I
Or would like
mean?
just avoid them.
No, I would tell them I'm on my periods.
I feel like back in the day, I never used to tell them I'm on my period. I just used to avoid them and be like, oh, I'm busy. But actually, I'm
Really?
just on my period, so...
Wow, that's so interesting. But the thing is, like, if you tell them, it's like you can do something to them, but they can't do anything to you. And then, like, you can still have sex.
For
yeah.
sure. There's been times where I've done that. I've come on my period or whatever, and I've just done touch me not for the night but I didn't want to say that I was on my period. But
Right.
now I do say I'm on my period.
Yeah. Even like, so I've been on the pill. This is TMI, but we're going to talk about it. I've been on the pill for maybe like almost a year now. I think like I started like in March or April. And when the first pill that I took was, it didn't sit well with me. It didn't sit well with me. It gave me a weird smell. And,
I remember this.
Yeah. And so for a long time, I didn't have sex with, like, I didn't let anyone touch me or do anything to me down there because I was just like, this is nah, I can't be going there. But I would tell them.
Yeah.
Like, I would actually tell them, be like, I'm on the pill. This is like my first time on the pill, and it's just like giving me a weird smell. And but I'm on a different kind of pill, and it's not smell.
Okay, that's good. You know, weird smells are normal, guys.
No. Listen, no.
Like, they're not normal, but they're normal to experience.
Yeah, they are normal.
But you got to do something about it.
Right. That's what. Okay, cool. So I was like, where you go with this? You can't just
ringing.
leave the smell.
But it happens.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
If your
no one's exempt.
pH is like, you know, unbalanced, or if you've got thrush, if you've got BV, all those things, like, it's very, very normal to get them.
Yeah.
But obviously, like, you can find solutions for them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's normal, guys. It's just life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Are you taking anything for your period pains?
No.
You should take Nurofen. It's very good.
Yeah.
All that Feminax or whatever, that doesn't work.
I've never tried Feminax. Well, it's because I had like period pains. But yeah, on this occasion, I feel like I'm going to try. But I do feel good today. Do you want to go to the gym today?
Yes.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the gym. I feel like I'm not eating enough, and it's, you know, I didn't eat enough before, but now that I'm back to work and I'm constantly running around and stuff, I'm not eating near as much as I even used to, and that wasn't enough. And
So at work, you're not really eating, not having lunch breaks and stuff. You have little things in between.
I have lunch break, like, not really. I'll be working through lunch. I'll eat and work, but it's just not the amount is not in the consistency of eating. Like, I should be eating obviously like big meals, like at least 4 times a day, but 3 times a day at least.
Yeah.
And it's not happening. I'm eating very small.
You're gonna have to do packed lunch. Yeah, gonna have to sleep at lunch.
Yeah.
Like that's just the way. That is the way.
And try and drink protein.
Do you have the yogurts? You know the yogurts that I took to the
Yes,
G's house?
I buy them.
Yeah, they're on special offer in Asda or Lidl or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. I always
Right.
buy them. They're £1 a pouch. £1 a pouch adds up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
It is quite expensive, those
Yeah,
yogurts.
because
But
it's nicer than the period.
it's so nice.
Protein shake and also the Clear Whey. It's just Clear Whey is always expensive.
It's too
They've
expensive.
got flavored creatine now.
Oh.
I haven't tried it yet.
I think
but
I
my
need
creatine is
that.
still there. If you need creatine, you need it.
No, I think I need the flavoured one.
Yeah, or you don't like the normal one.
No. You know, I don't.
I hear it though. It's disgusting.
I don't like anything. But I talk about gym. I've seen a lot of people really stick to like going to the gym this year. I've never seen this before.
Listen, don't carry last. Go to the gym as well.
They said summertime.
Don't carry last.
They
This
said
time,
we want-
want you.
They said
We
they want
you.
BBL allegations.
Listen,
I hear it. I love
listen.
that for them because I've been seeing people consistently in the gym, even on the weekends,
Yep.
and that's
Everyone's doing 3 out of 4, 4 out of 4, 5 out of 5. Yeah, maybe 5 out of 5.
Are you?
Yeah, that's my trainers put 5 workouts a week. And I
Oh.
do actually do it because two of the days is cardio and then the 3 is lifting. The 2 cardio days, to be fair, is weighted cardio and treadmill. But yeah,
we're
it's
going.
not bad. Yeah.
We're going to the gym.
We're going to the gym today, guys.
Yeah, but in recent news, the 2 young kids who were arrested for murdering a young trans girl, Brianna Ghey. Brianna Ghey. They got sentenced.
Yes,
They got
did.
sentenced,
Did you watch the sentencing?
I didn't watch the sentences, but I watched like the news clips, and you watched the sentencing, innit? So
I
tell me
watched the
about
sentencing. I saw the body cam video of them arresting Scarlett.
You sent that to me.
Who is one of the kids who were murdered. I mean, it's one of the kids who did the murdering. And I saw the, I think some of the interview is out as well, but I didn't watch it. I didn't have time to watch it because it was on the way here.
Right.
But I am happy that justice has been served. The girl got 22 years.
Is it 22 to life?
Yeah, 22 to life. And the boy got 20 to life.
Yeah.
And the reason why she got more is because she showed more of a sadistic approach to it.
She was planning the murders
She
and
planned
stuff.
it.
Yeah.
The guy definitely took part in the murder as well. The evidence shows that. But he didn't show the same sadistic values that she did, basically. He didn't have the same satisfied. He didn't feel satisfied from the killing, basically. She said after the trial that she felt satisfied killing her.
She's a bit of a
During
psychotic
little
girl.
I don't think that's someone who's going to change,
No,
to be honest.
she's psychotic.
But I do feel indifferent about them putting their names and pictures
Because
out.
they're kids.
Because they're kids. That's why when I said her name, I thought, I should have said her name,
Yeah.
but I said it.
But everybody is out
Everyone
there
knows what her
now.
name is,
yeah.
So I don't know, because they are 16, and when they commit the crime, they were 15. It doesn't take away from the severity of what they did, and it doesn't take away that I think that they're disgusting, and they probably will be for the rest of their lives. But I don't know if their names should.
I don't think their names should have been made public. It was just like, those 2 little boys in the 90s, they kidnapped a little boy from a shopping centre.
Yeah, the John Venables.
And their names wasn't made public until I think they were like adults.
Yeah.
And I think it should stay like that. I don't know what the reason was for making their
They
names
said it was
public.
public interest. But the thing is it public
They're
interest?
going to prison.
This is what I'm saying.
What do
Is
we
it,
need to
is
know
it
their
public
names
interest
for?
for safety, or is it public interest because you want some tea? Like,
They
which
want
one
tea.
is it? It's
They
for the
want tea.
Let's be honest.
They want tea. At the end of the day, yeah, this was brutal. This was disgusting, despicable. Those kids scream psychotic to me, but I don't think that their names should have been made public just for the simple fact that they're kids, they're children,
No.
and they need some sort of protection because they are kids.
Yeah.
But that doesn't take away from what they did. That doesn't take away from how horrific that murder was. And rest in peace, Brianna Ghey. Like, she obviously deserved better, but 2 things can exist at the
Yeah.
same time. 2 things can be true at the same time.
I just feel like if you're gonna have rules in place, stick to the rules, because like now it leaves room for other things to happen in the future. It leaves room for people to appeal certain things that happened in the past, and do you know what I mean? And it just kind of shakes the judicial system a little bit. So like I don't know, when they bend the rules, I don't know. I do feel different about that, but I'm happy that they are potentially gonna spend the rest of their lives in prison. They need to. They deserve that. Like I feel like even putting their images out there took away from Brianna's image a little bit.
But do you know what I did? It absolutely did.
Yeah.
And do you know what it is as well? It's just like they're talking about these murderers as if like, oh, they come from nice families and we just can't believe that they did this. And I'm thinking, if it was somebody else from a different background, would they be saying all of that? No.
Excuse me, look when that Lucy killed all them kids.
Oh yes,
killed all them
the
children.
nurse.
Yes, it's just different energy.
It's
Do you
just
know what I'm saying?
a whole different energy. Like, oh, these kids, you know, they come from good families and they just look like they wouldn't commit this sort of crime. I'm sorry, but like, crime doesn't have a face. You can be from anywhere. You could be black, white, brown, from anywhere and commit a crime.
Them children are evil. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Respectfully,
They look like school shooters.
Demented.
They look like school
actually look
shooters.
demented. They look like school shooters.
Yes, they
Exactly.
do. Yes, they do. And like, if we're gonna just keep it a buck, that's what they do. They look like, you know, sort of like outsiders, not like popular in school, that kind of vibe. And
What they said, the boy
was almost like near enough a genius.
Yeah, he struggled with making friends. The girl
He
was
must be.
his
I think he's on a spectrum, isn't he?
Yeah, but they only realised that during
the
after his
trial.
arrest. So they
Okay.
only came to him being selective mute only happened after his arrest.
Oh.
So when he gave evidence, he gave evidence through typing.
Right.
Because they've all agreed that he's selective mute, but it's only since his arrest he wasn't selective mute before.
Right. Interesting.
They've agreed that he's autistic. The mild part of the spectrum,
Okay.
but they didn't know that before he got arrested. So all these things came out after the arrest. So they didn't use that as mitigating circumstances in his sentencing.
Well, I think that's
which
good.
I'm thankful for.
Yeah,
I love that.
I think that's good because they shouldn't show any leniency because he's
Yeah.
autistic.
Yeah.
Like, we understand that like neurodiversity and all these things, like, they impact people, but still a crime was committed,
Yeah.
a murder was committed. We can't take away from
No.
that.
And the thing is, we can just agree that prior to this, he knew how to make decisions.
Right.
He was well informed. He knew what he was doing. All of that. He was responsible. He knew how to take responsibility if he chose to. His autism had nothing to do with it. Being selective mute had nothing to do with it. Like, do you know what I mean? So I'm glad they didn't use that as an excuse. Whereas there's that guy who he went on like a killing spree in the Midlands. But he was schizophrenic. He was genuinely, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Doesn't excuse it again. He's going to spend the rest of his life in a mental health facility, and so he should, because he's a danger to society. But that is different because his mental state did play a part, but justice was still served, and that's how you do it properly. So
yes, I just think it's crazy, man. Like, the way they're going on about these kids, as you said, like, it's taken away from Brianna Ghey.
Yeah.
Them plastering their faces everywhere, and it's just like, oh, these kids, oh, their families, they're poor families. Yeah, they're poor families for real, but still, Brianna Ghey's families, at least, like, they're alive. Yeah, they might be rotting in prison for 22 years plus, but they're alive.
And the transphobia that has come out from grown adults.
What are they saying?
They're saying that how it's good that they didn't include
the part about
them
being trans.
basically being a hate crime. But the thing
I think
is,
it was a hate crime.
Yeah. So what
In a way.
the judge's speech basically said, they didn't charge it on a hate crime, but what she basically said is the boy was transphobic. Because the boy constantly referred to Brianna as it.
Yeah.
They didn't use the correct pronouns, whereas the girl didn't. They always said the correct pronouns. So they're saying the boy was transphobic, and they can agree that transphobia was one of the driving forces, but it wasn't included in the charges. Do you know what I'm saying? So like it's kind of like up for discussion. Like, did she get killed because she's transphobic, or? But it was a factor, because otherwise you wouldn't have said something. And since that she's been killed, I think the person came out and spoke about what private parts Brianna had, and they've just said some mad things. Do you know what I mean?
As we said the last time, I think if they had tried to charge it on transphobia, there would have been some reasonable doubt. And I don't think they were able to build a case on just transphobia. Yeah. So I think I agree. Yeah, they had to do it on them.
But we can't dismiss the fact.
No.
We transphobic though.
We absolutely cannot dismiss that fact. And we've said even previously that how the guy was, the boy was calling her it, and that's fucking transphobic. You're not calling her by her pronouns.
That's
terrible. Like, I just feel like there's a lot of madness that happens, like, outside of London, like out there. The racism, the transphobia, there's always shit going on outside of London. I feel like London as a hub is more like progressive, in comparison to other parts of the
issues,
UK.
but
The other parts of the UK, but it's a bittersweet, end to all of this, because it's not bringing Brianna back, but there's been justice that's been served. So
if anybody was like affected by that story, then just protect yourself. You know, there's charities that you can contact and things like that as well, because it's quite a sensitive subject.
It is
you know what I mean?
sensitive. Yeah, it is sensitive, and like you know, specifically for trans people as well. Like especially young trans people having to see this, and maybe feeling like as a result of this, like feeling like they're not even safe in school, like because obviously these kids went to the same school, and although the murder was committed outside of school, like you know that's where they were exposed to each other.
The girl was even new to the school, you know.
Is it?
She was kicked out of her old school for trying to.
Oh, she crazy.
She spiked her like 2 other students or something cannabis related.
Hell no.
Yeah, something cannabis related. Yeah.
She's can't come out of prison.
No, this is who she is.
This
is who she is.
There's
And
no reforming for her.
That killing was planned for a boy, but he couldn't make it that day, so they put Brianna so they replaced him with Brianna. No, he didn't respond to the message basically for him.
Also, they plan to kill other people.
They planned to kill something like 99 people. They had a list of people.
99 people.
Listen, if you go into the details of like everything, I really went into the details of this,
crazy,
and it's just
I know
crap.
she's a child.
She's
but
disgusting.
She's crazy.
She's nasty.
Yeah,
she's staying in prison for life.
I'm so sorry.
So does he, but she.
I just feel like with her, obviously, we've been able to see like what her behavior has been like, consistent madness, and for her, someone like her is very, like I don't think she can be reformed.
No.
Like to come back into society and still be doing all of that madness. No, keep her in there. Yeah. Stay there.
Something more wholesome. Have you watched Love on the Spectrum?
I have not watched Love on the Spectrum.
Binged it
Is there queer too?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a queer in season 2. There's a queer girl in there. She's black.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's very interesting that out of everybody on the show, she's the one who diagnosed herself.
What does she diagnose herself with?
Autism.
Oh, are they all
autism? Yeah,
okay.
they've all autism.
Right.
And as a black woman, it's not.
How'd she do that?
She diagnosed herself. Nobody really noticed that she had
Autism.
And it's so mad because it's true in a real life. Obviously, that is real life. Like a lot of black children just
they get overlooked. Yeah, they get overlooked, and they always put it down to bad behavior, anger management, and just then it just gets worse and worse and worse. But yeah, that's really interesting, and I'm not surprised because as you said, it gets overlooked. Yeah, like in black kids,
it does. So I liked her story because she's the black one, black queer representation, and she went on a date with a white girl first, and then she went on a date with a black girl afterwards. I don't want to spoil it for nobody, but I'm gonna watch it. But it's some of the most wholesome piece of TV, and I love that they did that because like neurodiverse people date, they fall in love. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. They have relationships, and there's a journey within that, and their journey it's so different to like more people who are neurotypical, and ours are already different from each other's. Yeah. So imagine theirs as well, but like. I keep saying theirs and theirs, but I did a autism test this week. I did several autism tests this week.
You've actually said before that you think you might be on the spectrum.
I was like,
how are you on the spectrum?
I do think so. All of them said that I have mild traits of autism.
Okay,
I've got undiagnosed autism. Guys.
What are the symptoms? Or characteristics.
So the characteristics for me, they haven't actually said, because obviously I did the test in it, and the test says at the end, mild, you don't have autism, you have whatever.
What is this test like?
The type of questions they ask. They ask questions like for example, when it comes to a change in schedule, for example, like how do you feel if there's a sudden change in schedule? I also have to mentally prepare myself for things. I do, but I do think I have good control over how I react. So if there's a change in plan, sometimes I do get annoyed. But I have control of how I
feel like actually you do get annoyed at changing plans.
Yeah,
you're like, I need to know like now.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah.
I need to mentally prepare myself for the plans. And like that time we went to I got angry at you guys in the rave.
It was autism.
That was autism. That was autism, and also I don't know. It just comes out in different things. It's just different things. It's just different things, but it's mild.
That's really interesting because I feel like as you said, like a lot of black people they're just getting by like in life. Do you know what I mean? You're just getting by because you've reached a point where you're an adult now, and you've just learned how to manage yourself and manage yourself in this life. Yeah. And it's even the same with me. I'm trying to get a diagnosis as well. For ADHD, ADD specifically because I ain't hyper. Okay. in comparison to the person that we know with ADHD. I am not hyper. So when I say I think I might have ADHD, people are looking at me like, you don't have ADHD. But it's not hyper. It's inattentiveness. And I think the people that are closest to me would realize how inattentive I am, how I don't see the smaller details, how I can overlook the smaller details, and how I have to focus a lot on things to be able, I have to concentrate on things to be able to get through them.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
And even like with, I think it was like during lockdown, and I watched a TikTok, and this woman was just like going through a house, and she's like a person with ADHD, starting tasks and not finishing them. Like, it will take me a whole day to clean my room because I get distracted. I get distracted. I start doing something else. And in order for me to get through things, I have to keep telling myself, okay, you do this first, then you do this, then you do this. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm going to do something else. And I'm just like, no, you said you was going to do this in this order. So don't divert. Yeah. I always have to like constantly talk to myself in order to get through tasks. So I'm trying to get ADHD assessment. We'll see how that goes. I will keep you updated. But yeah, it's a lot. I made the decision to get an assessment because it was stopping me from writing.
Oh, okay.
So before like I was off work for 6 months, last year I was off work for 6 months. Before that, I always had an excuse of, oh, I'm busy. I'm working. I'm doing this podcast, this. When I was off for 6 months and I wasn't writing a lot, I was like, there is a problem. Yeah. There's a fucking problem because I have the time now. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and then one of my friends, she had Adderall. So it's medication for ADHD. I took that.
Please see a doctor.
Please don't do what I do.
See a doctor.
But I did it. I took it. I did it. I took it. And that day was the most I wrote in time. In a long time. So I need some more Adderall or whatever they prescribe in this country. Yeah. Because I don't think they prescribe Adderall. Please go to the doctor.
Yeah, please do that.
Don't do what I did. I'm just sharing my story because you might be sitting there thinking, oh, what's wrong with me? Why aren't I able to complete tasks or do things? You might have ADHD. Yeah. A lot of people do.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
So our lovely American friends, who they're always wondering what we mean when we say
or
Lipsin.
Slang.
Whenever we say Lipsin, and I think that's something that I've noticed over the months, that whenever we talk about Lipsin and it's a clip, they always leave a comment saying, guys, what's Lipsin?
Have they not seen it enough? Heard it enough?
But when we say Lipsin, we don't actually explain what it means. So Lipsin, what Lipsin means, my dear American friends, is making out. Kissing passionately.
Lips. When you're on a lips.
When your lips and your tongue and saliva
Lipsin.
collide and mix and mesh together, that is what we call Lipsin. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, I hope that answers the question. What other UK slang do they not know about?
I don't know. That's just the one we always get.
Right.
They always ask about Lipsin.
But I feel like that one's pretty easy to sort of.
I feel like you can understand that.
Yeah, because it's lips and the context as well. Like I was like after a long week, I just wanted to lips. Like there's a bit of context
but
there.
It's crazy because do you know what? There is a language barrier because even like me and New York Bay, so I could say something and to me in the context it makes sense. It don't make sense to her, and vice versa. She'd be like, how could you not know what that means? Yeah. And it's like, but there actually is, even like, for example, in Sons of LA, the twins keep on saying they don't want to live with Jocelyn because she's scary. Like, I was like, was she scary in what way? I don't understand, because she's not scary. She was scared of them, but she's not scary. So I asked New York Bay, I was like, oh, they keep on saying that she's scary. Like, what does that mean? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, how the meaning of what I think scary means. And she said, oh, no, basically, that means they don't want to live with someone who's a pussy. Like, someone who can't stand up for themselves. And I was like,
so
what?
like a scaredy cat.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Why did you say pussy? Like someone who's...
Exactly. She goes, no, we would say scary. Like,
someone who doesn't have a backbone or something.
Exactly. She's like, I don't want to be friends with somebody who's scary. That's what we mean.
That doesn't mean scary. That's not what scary means. I'm so sorry. The English language is the English language. And that's what they always say. Oh, we don't speak English.
Yeah.
We do because English comes from England.
Exactly. That's what I said. Yeah. But no, she was like, nah. Like, there's certain things that you guys say. And she goes, and these days we can understand each other more because of media.
Right, yeah.
We're on Twitter and stuff like that. We see how you
They're on TikTok as well.
Yeah, with TikTok. So they're like, we get it.
Yeah.
But like, there's some little things that it just doesn't correlate. Do you know what I mean?
I'm sorry, but the scary one just doesn't make any sense. I'm so sorry. You lot, there must be some sort another like way of saying that in in America. There must be another way of
That's how
saying
they say it.
someone's a pussy or someone doesn't have a backbone.
That's what they say. It's,
No, guys, come on.
that's what they say too.
That's very, very interesting.
Are you going to be watching Badderz UK?
How much is it? £2 for an episode?
I don't know how much Badderz UK is. Let's just say it's £3 max.
Do you know what? Yeah,
I thought that was for the whole thing. Was that per episode?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you just pay and you get all the episodes.
That would make sense, but I'm not sure if you do. I don't even know what platform it's on.
I think it's not YouTube.
Oh, it's on YouTube.
Do you know what? I haven't actually looked. I don't know, but I have seen all of the outrage. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to pay whatever the £3 max because there's a lot of queer people in there.
No, I didn't realize. Obviously, Lani's like bisexual or queer.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
But I just when I thought about that show, I didn't think there would be queer people in there.
Well, shout out to Dassa. Dassa's in it. I've known Dassa since Bad Bitches days. Yeah, I even saw her fluids on Boxing Day, and Dassa's in it. I want to see Dassa in there. And there's like this white girl who's mass presenting as well.
Yeah.
There is another black girl who came to one of our parties who's in it.
Oh.
Do you know our brunch event in Canary Wharf?
Yeah.
She was
She
there.
was
One
there,
of the
right.
girls that were there.
Yeah.
I seen that she's in it.
It's
There's
on
at
YouTube
least
for
3
free.
queer people who are in it.
It's on YouTube for free.
Oh, was it for free?
You look like it. Well, the first episode's on there.
I think there's 2 episodes out at the moment, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe
there's
she put it
only
for
one
free
on-
now.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe she's starting off as, doing it for money first and then puts it on YouTube. But
Yeah.
there's queer people in there. So I'm gonna be watching it.
Emil's in it. I think he's the host. He's one of the hosts. Emil.
Oh, which one's Emil?
The one from TikTok.
Oh, that was behind us at the
He's one of the wireless sound that goes viral. But Emil, I love Emil. I've said it before.
You
I
said
love
it,
Emil
yeah.
so much. He's one of the, I think he's co-host. And I'm
here for
I'm here for it.
queer representation.
Yeah.
Especially in UK,
I'm here for the show point blank period.
Yeah, I mean,
we watch Love and Hip Hop.
This is the thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I feel like people always love to do this, and I don't know if it's because like the UK is very small, London's very small, but in America there's so many shows like this, and if it's not your bag, if it's not your thing, you don't have to watch it, but you don't need to make people feel bad about watching it either.
No.
Like there's something for everyone. Let people enjoy like the ratchet entertainment because I 100% enjoy it.
There's balance.
There's
And you know what?
yeah.
It's okay if you enjoy it.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you are the same way.
Exactly. It
Do you
doesn't
know
mean
what I
that
mean?
you go out and you be fighting and stuff like that. It doesn't mean that at all. You just enjoy it's entertainment. Yeah,
Yeah.
people fighting sometimes is a bit mad, but it's entertainment. I mean, I'm gonna
And
watch it.
It's kind of annoying, because people are like, oh, they don't present black people in a good light.
No.
And no, but you don't engage with it. You know what I'm saying? You just don't engage with it. Like, for example, when Backchat came out, they were like, oh, yeah, they're showing black people in a bad light. But Black Canvas TV was there.
Right.
It's the same concept.
Hello.
The same group discussion concept.
Right.
One speaks about politics. One speaks about things that affect us day to day. And this one speaks about more controversial topics like who pays on first date, because it's extremely controversial about who pays on the
Very
first date.
controversial. So
And
controversial.
yeah, you give all your attention
Yeah.
to the latter. Do you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So like, at the end of the day, people are going to put out what they believe people will be interested in.
Right.
Or what they're passionate about.
Or what they're passionate about, or what they would want to watch. Because if you want to see something as a creator, there's going to be plenty of people that want to see it too. And I'm just not here for the respectability politics. Every day, black people have to be held on this fucking, like up here on
Black
this pedestal,
excellence.
this black excellence. Not every black person is excellent.
And that's fine.
And that's absolutely fine because not every white person is excellent. It doesn't matter. And also, we don't have to compare ourselves to other people all the time. Like, why are we comparing communities? Can we just do us right over here?
Yeah.
Like, let's not do all of that.
It's actually ridiculous. And let's be honest, you lot love it. You lot love the drama. I mean, in Real Housewives of Lagos, I saw all you lot tweeting about Real Housewives of Lagos. When I finally watched it,
Yeah.
they fight in it as well.
Yeah, they're fighting all of the ones. Maybe like in the American ones, maybe they don't do physical. I don't know if they like do
They
physical
do
fights.
physically fight. There's been physical fighting.
They've been,
in all of them.
yeah, but maybe not
It's
as much.
been from even what do you call it?
Oh yeah,
Basketball Wives.
Maybe not as frequent as like something like Love and Hip Hop, but they do be fighting.
They fight. Even Badderz, because Badderz is from the Badderz American version. They
Oh,
fight
that
in
looks
it too.
That one looks even crazy.
Do you know what I'm
looks
saying?
even more crazy.
They fight in all these shows. Like it's just like on Real Housewives of Lagos, they were in Balenciaga.
That's the
and
reason.
Fendi.
It's the same as the Housewives of the American one, Potomac or whatever they do.
They fought in Potomac.
Yeah, they be fighting, but it's just because they got money. So that's what it comes down to, It's It's about the money.
It's about the money.
It's about the money. You guys are insane. You guys are insane. When someone's a little bit more borer, they don't have no money. That's when it looks some way to you, innit? You guys, we've clocked
Because they all got their knickers in a twist this morning because Sky News reported on Badderz.
So what? But also, why is Sky News always reporting on random things? I've noticed this. When they're supposed to be reporting on things that actually we need to know
what
about.
I would say is Sky News does do everything. Like, for example, look at my ex. They did a whole segment on her ADHD.
Did they?
Yes.
But where was I?
They did a whole segment. They arranged to interview her for weeks.
Right.
They finally met up. They did an interview. They interviewed about her having ADHD and as a black woman and how she found out and all this stuff. Yeah,
I remember this vaguely.
And
Come back to me.
this is what I'm saying. It
Yeah. Do you know what?
It didn't get that much.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It didn't get that much exposure.
Yeah.
And that was something that was a positive subject. And then I won't be surprised if Lani's interview was set up in a similar way to my ex's one, because the way it looked was like it was set up. It wasn't like quickly. When I went on the news that time, it was like, hi, do you want to come interview? It has to be today though. It wasn't like giving that kind of vibe. It was given, we've taken time, we've spoken about what they're going to speak about. Like they sat down and had the interview. Like it looked like it was in a very well lit place with cameras and all that stuff. Yeah. So effort was put into that to do it. It's the same thing as the ADHD thing. Yet where did all your attention go?
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So one thing I will
negativity.
say is they do actually do a variety
of
but
things.
it's just
Do you know what?
more than others.
I think that it's great. Good on Lani. Good on Lani for making this production, for doing this thing, because there isn't anything like it. I know they tried to do one like a few years ago, but it didn't bang. And this one, clearly there's an audience for it, clearly is entertaining, it's getting people talking. It doesn't even matter if it's negative, it's annoying, but it's still getting people talking about it, which exposes it more, means that more people are going to watch it because everybody wants to know what's going on. Do you know what I mean? So I'm quite proud of Lani. I think she did a good job.
I think she did good. She did it all by herself. And in the beginning of her interview, she says that how she wants to go on reality TV, and she was tired of waiting for the production companies to come to her. So she just did her own. And more people should have that attitude, to be honest. Do you know what I'm saying?
Ding, ding, ding.
She had a vision. She used her own money from her own pocket, flew all these girls out to Cyprus or wherever it is they went to go and record this. And they had a whole production. They had security. They did it all. Yeah. And now she's uploaded it. And it's got you all talking. And that's exactly what she wanted. You guys ought to start talking. So mission accomplished. That is black excellence.
Yeah. I think I honestly think that's great, because it's not easy to, produce things in this country. You need money. And the fact that she had to put her own money in it, it speaks volumes. Like, we need more things. Who was it? Issa Rae was saying something, obviously they're across the pond, but she was saying that all the black shows are getting cancelled and stuff like that. It's even harder over here, guys. Like, I think in America...
Did you see that tweet the other day? Somebody was saying that how... she said something about black shows, and then
the
guy... Yeah, did you see that? Yeah,
I saw it. Yeah. So... Yeah, I just think that we need more. Obviously, the Top Boys, that's great. Do you know what I mean? That's absolutely great. I started watching The Kitchen as well, which is on film on Netflix, with what's his name again? Kano.
Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah, I think he wrote it, co-directed it. But I think we still need more. Do you know what I mean?
Apparently, Kitchen is rubbish. Respectfully. Do we have to cut that?
No, I wasn't going to say it.
I haven't watched it
Damn
yet.
it.
But I've seen more negative reviews than positive reviews. And I just feel like we should be able to...
I know
we should be able to criticise each other without everyone feel like you've been stabbed in the chest.
But the problem is I feel bad for... I feel bad for criticising, for better words, because... I feel like if we don't go out and support these things, even if they're not good, that we won't get more. We won't get more opportunities to create more. And that's why
I'm going to watch The Kitchen even though I heard it's rubbish. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to watch it anyway because I might not think it's rubbish. I just heard it's what people said. Someone
tweeted that it needs more dialogue.
There's not dialogue in...
There's dialogue, but it needs more. To be honest, it's very slow. And I started it. I haven't finished it. And... I always, when I watch stuff, I always question, why does this person want to make this film? Why does this person want to make this show? And it's a question. Like, it is why did you want to make this dystopian? Like, what is? I'm not getting. Yeah,
people want to do something different in it. But do you know
I hear
what?
it, but
Even Domino was out this week.
what's Domino?
It's about the Babs in it.
Oh yeah, the witch one.
The witch is a witch show.
I'm gonna
about
watch
dating. So basically, this witch uses witchcraft. I guess she meets guys on Tinder or whatever the case may be, and then she uses witchcraft. Don't quote me on that because I haven't actually watched it. I did was me and Nathan from Swipe a Sign. We were part of the promo, which is coming out soon. But they never told us anything about the show before the promo.
Right.
We had to find out during the promo that it was because they kept asking us questions about witchcraft, and I was like, "Why do you keep asking about witchcraft?"
It's about witchcraft.
And then me and Nathan looked at each other and was like, "Oh, the show's about witchcraft." So yeah, there's that. That's got a lot of black actors in it. The writer's black.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's another black show. Let's see if you guys are going to support it and talk about it in the same way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and she said it was 6 years in the making, that show.
It's a long
Even
fucking time.
Kitchen. Apparently that was years and years in the making too.
Yeah, it takes long, guys. It takes. I'm just thinking about my shit now. Like, I'm gonna be fucking 40, mate.
now.
No, I've started, but it's still gonna. Even after you finish writing it,
Yeah,
it still takes long. Do you know what I mean? So it's just like,
yeah.
But more queer stuff is coming. That's what we need to see. I want to see more queer stuff. Like, do you know what? Champion. There was a queer character. There was a few queer characters. Maybe like one or two. Like two.
I
Sorry.
haven't watched Champion either. I need to watch it.
There's like.
Do you know what the problem is? I don't watch things when people say that it's rubbish. So like with the Champion as well. I was really looking forward to seeing the Champion, to be honest. And then as people start saying it's rubbish. But now that it's on, I'm so sorry, guys, because I know people that are in the Champion, and I love it for them. I wish them all the success, and I support everybody. Yeah,
same.
But people's reviews do put me off. That's what I'm saying.
I
Because I haven't
hear it.
seen it.
Yeah.
People's reviews put me off. But I am gonna sit down and watch. I need to sit down and be in a mental space to watch it, and I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of people in there that I do admire, and you know what I'm saying. And I do wonder sometimes you actors acting things, and then think actually that was a bit of shit. But
I think they do.
But I'm glad
Absolutely.
that-
There's like proper A-listers who are like, oh, that film, I shouldn't have done that film.
Yeah.
Like I've read in interviews, or that film wasn't that good, or
Yeah.
it didn't do that well. Or
Everyone's got. No one likes all aspects of their job.
no, they don't. And like sometimes like opportunity, I'm like Champion's a great opportunity. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
for
British, there isn't a lot out there like that.
Yeah.
So if the opportunity came, of course, yeah, I'm out. I'm gonna take it. Do you know what I mean? So I hear it. We need more. We need more.
We need even if it's shit, it still needs to come.
Yeah.
We need good and bad.
Yeah,
Just be
yeah,
bringing it,
because
bringing it.
I mean, I'm sorry, but white people have mediocre things too. We're allowed to have. I'm not saying that Champion's mediocre, but I'm saying that we're allowed to have good, bad, in the middle. We're allowed to have all of that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You know.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
yeah, watch it because it's queer content, queer
I
representation.
didn't know there was queer people.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's queer representation.
Oh, Ray Black's queer.
Yeah, in it. Yeah,
That's why somebody DM'd me asking me if Ray Black was queer, and I was
I don't
like,
think she's
I
in
don't
real
get queer vibe
life
from her at all.
Yeah, but she's
So
playing
I
a character.
asked somebody that she knows if she's queer, and the person was like, "You have a good gaydar by now." And I was like, "Yeah, my God, the gaydar says she isn't queer." And then, but somebody said that she is.
Oh,
And then she's like, "It's because she's a champion." I was like, "Oh, because I haven't watched it, so I didn't know that." And I was like, "No," to say that, no, she's not queer in real life. I was like,
I
okay.
knew it. Our gaydar's great.
Yeah,
We would have
you have a
known.
good gaydar.
We would have known. I just always knew that she was playing a queer character.
Yeah.
And that was it. But the person who plays her her ex
in the show.
yeah, is queer. Genesis, do you know Genesis?
Oh, Genesis is in it
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, she's in
okay.
it. Yeah.
I'm watching it then.
Yeah,
See, I'm saying like, but you know, she stopped putting me off shows because I haven't even seen the damn show.
Yeah, but you need to watch it and then make up your own mind
Yeah,
about
yeah, I'm
it.
definitely gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
and Rachel's in it too.
Yeah, we
Rachel
love
Adeji,
Rachel.
and I love Rachel. That's why I felt a little bit bad because of Rachel's in it.
Yeah.
Saying it is rubbish.
Yeah.
Because I love Rachel. I even started watching Hollyoaks again because Rachel was
I
in
love
Hollyoaks.
Rachel.
And I don't really fuck with Hollyoaks like that. But I watched it because she was in it.
Yeah.
I'm watching it. I'm gonna watch
Yeah.
it to make my own decision.
Yeah, make your own decision. There's so many I think it's just amazing that this show was commissioned and it's out there now. I know the writer's got another show coming up as well and it looks better. Like it looks like the trailer came out recently and it just looks great. So
And Queenie's coming out.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, is that Queenie?
Yeah.
Oh, because the same Candice in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Queenie's coming out. I'm looking forward to seeing Queenie.
I loved the trailer.
Yeah. Do you remember when they were doing the casting and they were casting. They put out an open call for people to come
did
play
they?
Queenie. They wanted somebody with no experience.
Do you know what? I really love when they do that because you find like gems. It's the same they did for that. Oh fuck, that film. It's about the two kids that I think they lost their mum or something. I can't remember. It's on Netflix though, and it's with that young girl who won a BAFTA.
Oh, Ronke.
Is it Ronke?
I think that's her real name.
She's Nigerian though.
Yeah. She was here in Clapton.
Is it? Because I think she went to Clapton Girls.
Yeah.
I don't think her name is Ronke. She was in the Strays. You remember the Strays where we watched it in
yeah.
for Netflix? You remember that girl? I don't think her name is Ronke. I think it starts with a B. Book.
Oh.
Bookie.
Oh yeah. I think
Bookie.
like Bookie. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, she was in one film, and I don't think she had experience before. I don't think any of the kids had experience before that, and they were amazing.
Yeah.
So I think it's great when they do open calls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I was thinking the other day.
Sorry, the film's called Rocks. Have you watched
Rocks. Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah.
I was thinking the other day about this podcast, and the things that we do and our existence, particularly the podcast. And this is such a huge part of archiving because obviously people ask us to interview us for their dissertations. There's things that come with podcasting that you wouldn't think come with podcasting.
Right.
And one of them is uni students email quite a lot for us to be part of their
They
projects,
do.
their dissertations and things like that. Yeah. And obviously you do these things for free.
Yeah.
But it's so crazy to me that what we're doing here becomes part of a study or becomes part of a piece of document that is just going to be there forever. Do you know what I mean? And we are such a huge part of archiving, and I really, really deeped that the other day.
It's mad, and that's why I said that's why I like doing these things, because we're literally leaving a legacy behind. Like when we're gone, when we're old and grey and gone, we're still gonna exist in some form on this earth. And to me, that is amazing.
Yeah.
And I think for me, that's what I've always sort of wanted. I want to leave a little piece of me behind. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
And I think that kind of blows me away. Like more than the live shows, more than, everything else that comes with podcasting, like to be known after we're gone as making a huge impact on our community and outside of our community, that is what gasses me.
Yeah. And even if it's through saying things like my pussy's pretty, I mean, it's still a relevant part of history, and
they want it.
Iconic. Actually,
it's actually mad because we say a bunch of crazy stuff. We do, and I've gotten used to it because I think when we first started, I was like, oh my god, like I used to think about it after we finished recording, and we're like, oh my god, like I said this is mad.
I think about it more now than I did.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't. I'm just like, it's out there now. It's out in the world. We're not taking it down. Bare people are gonna hear it, and that's just is what it is.
I think about it more now than
that's so interesting. Because you say some crazy shit.
I say some crazy things, and then when I see on the internet and I see people interacting on the internet, I said, yeah, I can say that.
I mean, it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
I love it. I love it here.
Yeah.
GT's the world. But yeah, I think.
Do you know what? I really, really. One thing I don't really tweet that much anymore because I don't like. Not to say I always go viral, but I don't like going viral.
I hear it.
I'm currently going kind of semi-viral
what happened?
right now.
What did you tweet?
I just said, I gave my opinion on Badderz.
Oh, really?
And the Sky News thing. Basically what I just said down.
Yeah.
And
I hate it.
Because
people are always going to come and then who's doing boss bus? No, mute it and be going.
No one's, but do you know what it is? It's because, do you know what it is? It's because like, when it comes into this in your personal life, for example, dating someone, and she didn't know who I was from social media. She didn't know I had a podcast. She didn't know anything. And she told her sisters about me, and her sister was like, "Oh, Ro Revere, that's my old at, obviously, Ro Revere." And she was like, "How do you know her?" She's like, "Yeah, she's bait on Twitter." I was thinking, "Oh, for goodness sake, I became
Nobody
one of
wants to be
those."
called bait on Twitter.
And then she told her best friend, and she was like, "Oh, yeah, she's a Twitter girl." And
What
then
is Twitter girl,
she
Twitter
recently
boy?
told somebody else about me. And then she was like, "Oh my god, what happened to her and her ex?" And she's like, "How do you know about her and her ex?" She was, "Who didn't know about her and her ex?" She was just like, they were like a Twitter couple, basically. And a bit of an Instagram thing too. So the other day she was like to me, well, yeah, a bit of a Twitter personality more than an Instagram person. This means, you know, in the moment I didn't realize it. I don't think I realized I became some sort of Twitter personality. But then again, I got invited to dinner with Twitter during lockdowns.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess out
Maybe.
of all the users of Twitter,
In
you
the
know,
UK.
we was one of the few to get called to dinner, to have dinner with Jack from Twitter.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, I don't think I want this to be part of my identity anymore. But since I've changed my at, it's not the same. I changed my at, so it's not the same. But when I look and I'm seeing myself, I just look now, I'm thinking, ugh. And the thing is, I don't know why notifications are switched on for my. I deleted all my apps.
Yeah, I never have notifications on Instagram or Twitter. I never have, never will, because I hate that shit.
Yeah,
I hate that shit. But Twitter for me is just like, it's a terrible place. I'm not going back.
people love clout. Clout is not all that is.
Clout is one hell of a drug. And the thing is, like, people they really think they have some sort of stage. It's really their stage. Twitter is really their stage, you know. I'm just looking at the tweets like, really?
Do you know if it's for
real
me,
life, you know?
The Americans love that. The American subs,
Yeah, they way
love
more
a
than us.
Twitter
Way more.
stage.
They be going viral all the time.
They
They
love
love it.
a Twitter stage, and do you know they're not gonna lie? Like how you don't like it on Instagram,
They do it.
They do threads of it on Twitter.
The thing is that when you do on Instagram, at least you can just like quickly go over. It takes you to Instagram. Does it take you to Twitter? I mean, that you have to screenshot it, put it on Twitter.
They've screenshot it. I've never done it before, but I believe they screenshot it.
I think that's too much.
Listen, from dating my New York babes, which I met her on Twitter, so sometimes I see some American things on my timeline, or I delve into American lesbian Twitter land. It's a different world. No,
I've seen it because that's all I'm getting now on our Twitter feed.
It's a different world.
Yeah.
That is, but
It's a lot of them though.
Yeah.
That's why.
On that note,
Yeah.
we come to the end of Tutu's podcast this week. Thanks for listening, guys. Make sure you use hashtag Tutu's podcast and conversation. Rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And also tell us what you think about the episode below. Until next week. Peace.